Imagine you are hosting friends or family, excited to share your home, but then the food arrives. Perhaps it is a delicious casserole or a favorite dessert, but it is not kosher. How can you welcome your guests warmly while still upholding your kosher standards without any stress or awkwardness? It is a common situation, and fortunately, managing guest food in a kosher home is entirely doable with a little preparation and clear communication. The direct answer to managing guest food in a kosher home is to politely communicate your kashrut practices, designate specific non-kosher areas, and provide separate servingware. This approach allows guests to enjoy their food comfortably while ensuring no cross-contamination or compromise of your kosher kitchen. The why behind these steps lies in the fundamental principles of kashrut, or Jewish dietary laws. Kashrut requires strict separation of meat and dairy products, prohibits certain non-kosher foods like pork or shellfish, and dictates that utensils and cooking surfaces used for non-kosher items cannot be used for kosher food without proper re-koshering. This means that if non-kosher food touches your kosher countertops or utensils, those items can become non-kosher themselves. Therefore, preventing any accidental mixing is crucial to maintain your home's kosher status. So, how do you put this into practice? First, consider gently informing your guests beforehand about your kosher home and what that entails for food they might bring. You can suggest they bring prepackaged items that remain sealed, or simply offer to provide all the food yourself. If they do bring food, clearly designate a specific area, perhaps a corner of a counter or a table away from your main cooking zones, where their non-kosher food can be placed and consumed. It is always best to use disposable plates, cups, and cutlery for any non-kosher food. If you prefer reusable items, you can have a clearly marked set of non-kosher dishes and utensils that are washed separately, perhaps in a designated basin, and never mixed with your kosher dishes. This prevents any accidental cross-contact. An insider tip is to use physical barriers. For instance, if a guest brings a non-kosher dish that needs warming, you can place it on a layer of heavy-duty aluminum foil or parchment paper on a baking sheet before putting it into a kosher oven. This acts as a barrier, preventing direct contact with the oven racks. Similarly, you can cover your kosher countertops with a disposable cloth or paper before placing any non-kosher items on them. Offering to serve all food, including any kosher options you prepare, can also streamline the process and minimize potential confusion. By following these guidelines, you can effortlessly blend the warmth of hospitality with the integrity of your kosher observance. It is about creating a welcoming atmosphere where everyone feels respected, and you feel confident that your kitchen remains a kosher sanctuary. This thoughtful approach ensures that hosting guests becomes a joyous occasion without any dietary worries, allowing you to focus on the company and conversation.
If you love kosher living, like, subscribe, and join our table.